How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome to Season 2 of Gravity Falls. This intro isn't going to be all that long because I'm just kind of going to talk about stuff I've talked about way too many times already. But you know how I'm feeling going into this season. Everyone's been telling me that the jump in quality from Season 1 to Season 2 is like a chasm-wide leap. Not that Season 1 is bad in any regard. I think people just know what my interests are. I prefer a story that's more plot-driven than a story that's more episodic and slice-of-life focused. Season 1 of Gravity Falls does have sprinkles of an overarching plot, but it is, on the whole, very slice of life. And what I've heard about Season 2 is that this is where the plot really kicks into gear. Mysteries start getting solved, new and terrifying enemies are introduced, and I'm excited to see what Gravity Falls looks like in its peak form. So, let's get into it. This is episode 1 and 2 of Gravity Falls Season 2. Nobody panic, this isn't an ad! Hi, Natalie. It's Danny. Obviously. I hope you're doing well. Now, I've heard that there has been somebody who wants to ask you to prom, and I think you two would make one hell of a couple. Now, assumedly, Wilson is about to launch into his very cute and endearing promposal situation, so I'm gonna take a beat right here, let him pause the video, before I absolutely tear him a new one. So, Wilson, just pause the video, say whatever you're gonna say, and when that's over, feel free to hit play. Are you back? Hey, Wilson! Don't ever write dialogue for me. Hey, Natalie, it's Danny. Hope you're doing well. Obviously, it's Danny. Hope you're doing well. I don't care. I don't care how she's doing. Who's Natalie? She could be trapped under a bus for all I care. Wilson paid me $10,000 to do this promposal, and that's the writing I get? But listen, Wilson, I know we agreed on the standard promposal rate of $10,000. We have it in writing. Don't even try to test me on that. But you seem like a nice guy, and I know that it's hard being in high school. So, out of courtesy, I'll only take $9,000. Anyway, sorry for, completely derailing the video. Wilson reached out to me through Instagram to ask me to do this promposal. That will be my first and last promposal I will ever be doing. Nobody's ever asked me to do that before. Can you believe it? That's why I did it. He reached out and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe no one's ever asked. Now that I've done it, never doing it again, I can't be doing like 30 of these a week. So Natalie and Wilson, please enjoy this one-of-one promposal video from yours truly, Danny. Fucking obviously.
30 long years and it's all led up to this. My greatest achievement. Probably should have worn pants.
Thank God we're immediately starting with this. I would have been livid if I had to wait another 20 episodes before getting any more developments on this nonsense.
Feisty. I like it.
It's weird how prevalent triangles are in the mythology of Gravity Falls. I always thought it was because of Bill. Like, Bill Cipher kind of had his influence on everything going on around here. But is it just, like, completely unrelated? I can't imagine that it's unrelated. There's no way that Alex Hirsch just has an irrational fear of triangles and that leaked into the show. Like, it must be connected to Bill.
If I finally pull this off, it'll all have been worth it.
Stan keeps being like, finally. My years of efforts are finally about to pay off. What effort? I haven't seen him spend a second looking for these journals. They all accidentally ended up in his possession. Meanwhile, I've seen him take a 10-hour-long fishing trip and go on a 3-day-long game show-themed vacation.
Is it coming from deep space? An enemy weapon site?
Just as I suspected. Gentlemen, we're going to Gravity Falls.
Is that fucking Nick Offerman? Is that Nick, sad and gay in the apocalypse, Offerman? Is anybody upset that that's where I know him from? Because I've never seen a single episode of Parks and Rec.
Showtime. Welcome to the grand reopening of the Mystery Shack.
Oh, let's go. We're mystery back, baby.
I'll for the camera.
Your camera's a cinder block, Toby.
I just want to be a part of things.
Smile for a real camera.
Toby, you need psychiatric help and a restraining order.
Wait, you're just gonna give it to me? Just like that?
What else do you want? A kiss on the cheek?
Take the kiss, Dipper! This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity! This dude didn't know what a hug was 1 episode ago, and it's still pretty ambiguous as to whether or not he actually likes you. Take the deal!
I wouldn't mind a kiss on the cheek.
Not gonna happen.
See, Dipper? You waste opportunities others would kill for!
Almost losing my journal made me realize that I'm halfway through the summer and still no closer to figuring out the big mysteries of Gravity Falls.
Hey, Dipper? You don't have to solve the secrets of the universe in a single summer. Just come back. Get a few mysteries done this summer and then come back in the next one. Why are you speed running this shit?
I just feel like I'm one puzzle piece away from figuring out everything.
Don't worry, Dipper. Lord Mystery Ham is on the case. I play by my own rules, what?
Mabel, I love Waddles in a hat as much as the next guy, but you gotta be a little more clever with these names. Lord Mystery Ham isn't even a pun. You just smashed 2 vaguely relevant words together.
Welcome to the Mystery Shack, gentlemen. What can I get you? Keychains? Snow globes? These rare photos of American presidents?
That's a spectacular way to deliver a bribe. I also love his nervously chubby cheeks.
Please, come in. I have so much to show you.
I'm sorry, agents. Kid has an overactive imagination. And, like, a sweating problem.
Haha, zing!
Not zing, Mabel, what happened to you? You used to know what jokes were. What about that was a clever play on words? A mean comment isn't enough to warrant a zing.
Wait, we have so much to talk about.
Hold it, kiddo. Trust me, the last thing you want around during a party is cops. I'm confiscating that card.
Insane advice. Good, factual advice, but insane nonetheless. Dipper, trust me, the last thing you want at a party is cops. But the first thing you want at a party is a guy handing out free Xanax. But the last thing you want at a party where a guy's handing out free Xanax is cops.
Now how's about you go be a normal kid? Flirt with a girl or steal a pie off a windowsill.
Dipper almost destroyed the space-time continuum flirting with a girl once. Maybe it's about time we try that pie in the windowsill thing.
Bro, maybe Uncle Stan is right. We're throwing a party tonight. Can't you go one night without searching for aliens or raising the dead or whatever?
I'm not gonna raise the dead.
Dipper, I saw the thumbnail for this episode. Yes, you are. I don't mean to spoil shit for you, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be surprised when that inevitably happens.
Check it out. These black lights make my teeth look scary. It's like a crime scene in my mouth.
That one's a trap, not making a joke about that.
Aw, I thought this was gonna be a rave. Thompson, take off your shirt and make it a rave. I'll do anything for your approval.
Same, Thompson. I've literally eaten dog food just to get these fuckers to laugh at me.
I'll keep an eye out for Stan. You go rustle through his weird old man biz.
Why is this kid show trying to bait me into making jokes that are gonna get me canceled?
Nothing. Ew. Pretending I never saw that?
This whole episode is just sex jokes for kids!
Kid, why did you call those agents? Told you once, I've told you 100 times. There's nothing supernatural going on in Gravity Falls.
Dude, you fist fought a pterodactyl like 3 episodes ago.
What's the problem, officers? Did you catch my face going 90 smiles per hour?
Ugh, thank God you finally figured out what a pun is. Alright, good, thank God. Just needed some time to warm up, but she's back.
We've got complaints about the loudest party in town.
3 words. We want in.
Welcome to your dreams.
Damn, Mabel's got the whole precinct on her payroll. Just slap that dude's ass like a fucking mob boss.
Wait! This book is real! Gnomes, cursed objects, spells, listen! Corpus Levitus, Diablo Dominus, Mondo Vicia!
Wow, way to raise the dead, Dipper. I'm not going to raise the dead pines.
Oh my gosh! You guys can help, right?
Kid, we've been chasing the paranormal for years, but we've never seen anything like this before!
Get down!
Look, I know I'm starting to sound like I'm running for government here, but we need more guns in Gravity Falls. You guys are paranormal chasing FBI agents. I don't care that you've never seen a ghoul before, you're still out here looking for them. Don't go out ghoul hunting without bringing some anti-ghoul technology.
What do you say, guys? Is this party legendary? When I say Mabel, you say puns!
Well, not gonna call you Mabel Puns anytime soon, that's for sure.
I've been training for this moment my whole life. With all the horror movies I've seen, I know literally everything there is to know about how to avoid zombies.
Oh, cooked! Cooked and eaten! Damn, I didn't think there was a risk of any of the characters actually turning into zombies. Zombies in kids shows are such a weird combination, because I feel like kids shows love to ignore just how tragic and existential zombies are. Zombies are regular people with friends and families that died and then turned into flesh-eating monsters. Good luck explaining that to your kids.
Second thought, gonna flip the script. Can I eat your brains? Yay or nay? Seeing some yay faces over here.
I guess it helps that Seuss gets to retain his humanity. He is still trying to murder and eat children, though.
No! Mabel, I'm sorry!
Oh, let's go! This whole episode, Dipper keeps being like, what's Grunkle Stan gonna do? He doesn't even believe in the paranormal. And the bit is that now he shows up and he's this, like, expert zombie killer. That has nothing to do with him believing in the paranormal. This has to do with him spending the last 40 years of his life evading the IRS. Grunkle Stan's just a man who loves beating another dude with a baseball bat. This isn't a payoff to all the paranormal stuff. This is just his usual business strategy.
Anyone else want a piece?
See, like, he didn't have those on him in case he ran into zombies. He had those on him in case he ran into an elderly woman trying to leave his shack without paying.
Everything hurts.
Uncle Stan, that was amazing! Are you alright? Well, at least you can't deny magic exists anymore, right?
Kid I've always known.
I thought he was about to whip around and just beat the hell out of Dipper for raising the dead. Well, at least you can't deny that magic exists anymore. No, but I can deny you health insurance.
What do we do?
Normally the journal would help us, but there's nothing in there about defeating zombies. It's hopeless.
Wait, the text! It's glowing in the black light.
When I find the freak who wrote all of these journals in semen!
Invisible ink.
This is it! Zombies have a weakness. Previously thought to be invincible, their skulls can be shattered by a perfect 3-part harmony.
Why did you write their weaknesses in invisible ink? What's the point in using visible ink to write how to raise the dead, but not how to kill them? Was this guy trying to get the world ended?
Mabel, our lives may not be worth this.
Friday night, we're gonna party till dawn.
Oh, you're wrong. This is an absolute bop.
Don't worry, Daddy. I've got my favorite dress on.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong. I hate this. This is a raunchy episode. They really came out swinging at the censors for episode 2.
Oh, girls do what we like. Oh, we're taking over tonight. Oh.
Why do I love this? I just love any time they're all being a family. You know what? It's not even that complicated. I just love any time Grunkle Stan smiles.
I'm sorry about this, guys. I totally ruined everything.
Dipper, are you kidding me? I got to sing karaoke with my 2 favorite people in the world.
I want Stan to just be like, no, Mabel, he ruined everything. I mean, financially, I am completely ruined. This is way worse than the Gideon thing.
Where's my handyman anyway?
Birds. Birds.
Holy Moses!
Wait! There's a page in here about curing zombification.
It's crazy that if Seuss were outside while they were singing, they absolutely would have killed him. Like, his head would have exploded and Seuss would have been dead. That's how this episode would have ended.
Ah, another zombie!
Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon!
Bitch, do you have guns? I'll be honest, this old man is a gun-worthy threat. If anyone in Gravity Falls deserves to be put down, it's this specific guy. I'm just saying, where was this energy when zombies were attacking?
Man, these movies are a lot less scary when you've actually fought real zombies.
They're slow. Just power walk away from them.
You know, it's wild for Dipper to have such a cocky attitude towards zombies, considering he was the one who raised them, but Mabel was the one who put them back in the ground. The only useful thing Dipper did in the last episode was own a book. It was also the most harmful thing he did.
Ugh, I'm over him. I just wish he was over me. Just look at these texts. Winky frown? What does that even mean?
I assume that's what you send when you're heartbroken, but would still smash given the opportunity.
Not like seeing any other guys, or...
Of course I am. Meet my new boyfriend, dude.
Dipper took that so well. I thought he was low-key gonna flip out. Right. So you think it's funny to, like, toy with a man's emotions, then? You find a boy's vulnerability humorous? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because that's what we are. That's all we'll ever be.
Yeah, I'd probably burn that. I'd go ahead and burn that immediately. Dude, if anybody catches you with that, they're gonna think you're planning to murder Wendy. That was the most insane letter I've ever read.
I've been wanting to go adventuring with you guys. Sure beats picking up after my dad at home.
Ow! 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 Who put that wall there? Ow!
Insane lore drop. No way he was always her father. Zero chance that man was canonically her father in season 1. Alex Hirsch was definitely just looking at a chart of all of his characters between seasons and was like, yeah, they, like, vaguely look related.
Or does that branch kind of look like a lever?
Huh, yeah. But how do we get up there? Seems like we need, like, a ladder? Or, like, ladder shoes?
Damn, Wendy is on a crazy redemption arc right now. Cunning and resourceful is a way better spin on her character than what it originally was in season 1. You know, an asshole who was mean to children. Anyone who disagrees with that take can go back and watch the Boss Mabel episode. Wendy was horrible to her.
But what kind of disaster would need supplies for over 60 years?
Oh my gosh. A smells dispenser.
Take the guns! Take the guns! Take the guns, and then take them away from Seuss. That is the recipe for success here.
Is this place built in the past or the future?
Yeah, this room is way creepy.
Not as creepy as Dipper's internet history. Hey!
Okay, hey, back off. A 12-year-old boy's gonna do what a 12-year-old boy does. Get off his ass about it.
Find these 4 symbols! Quick, everybody step on one!
What?
I love how they're rebranding Wendy as a badass, so of course she has to punch hers.
What's up? Dear Wendy, I've always had a crush on...
You see that look of abject horror on Mabel's face? That's the right response to reading this note. If Mabel cared at all about Wendy's safety, she wouldn't let Dipper leave this place alive.
What the? Mabel, let us out!
Oh, I'll let you out, Dipper. As soon as you tell Wendy that thing you've been wanting to tell her.
Dipper, this is your best case scenario. Confined alone time with Wendy where you two can dish out your feelings? Inside of the Riz box? Hello? Is this thing on? What are you not understanding here?
Where are the lights?
Decontaminated with Wendy inside of the Riz box? All of the stars are aligning for you to make this move. There's no way they end up together, right? Like, please? Like, the show knows she's way too old for him. He says incredibly hopefully. This reminds me a lot of Adventure Time when Finn was, like, constantly pining over Bubblegum Princess. This era of television was going through a weird phase of, like, young boys being really into older teenage girls. And then, the longer the shows went on, the more they started to kind of course correct. Like in Adventure Time, they had Finn go through an arc where he realized that, like, they're just friends and will only ever be friends. And I assume that's where this is headed. There's no world in which, like the Dipper-Wendy relationship works out. There's no world in which the Dipper-Wendy relationship works out, and it's well received by a community.
Huh. What do you think dug all these tunnels?
Let's hope we don't find out.
Why is this actually horrifying? I'm getting huge Peter Jackson's King Kong vibes from this place, and that movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I'm gonna find another way out!
Wait, what? Dude! Where are we going?
Hey! Don't put this on in between episodes of Zack and Cody. This would ruin my psyche if I was a child. I know it's just like shadows, but they're like real fucked looking shadows. It kind of feels like they're gonna do that thing where like they round the corner and they see that it's like just a small little creature. But still, like, this imagery has been pretty intense leading up to it.
Back, you heinous beast!
Hey, Disney Channel shows, if you want to stop getting canceled after 2 seasons, don't make your second season way more graphic than the first one. Disney keeps buying kids shows from writers, and the writers keep scamming Disney into buying God of War adaptations.
Well, I just ripped out a monster's tongue.
It's so detailed and so graphic. There's no way Gravity Falls is the show to get me to put a trigger warning on my videos. That was fucking disgusting and wildly uncalled for from this show.
It's one of my experiments, a shapeshifter, able to take the form of anyone or anything it sees. It broke free from a cage of solid steel.
Is it him? Is that the twist? Is he the shapeshifter? The second a stranger tells you that a shapeshifter is about, you murder that stranger. That's not even my opinion. I'm pretty sure that shit's in the Constitution. I also just don't buy that this is the guy who wrote the journals. It just feels way too easy.
So dark. How will we ever find them?
Leave that to Mabel.
Whoa!
Holy shit, let's go, Mabel! Mabel's usefulness knows no limits. I can't believe there are people who prefer Dipper over her.
Yes, it's all here.
Wendy, isn't it amazing we're actually meeting the real author?
Dipper, look!
Yeah. So the guy's a successful beanmonger and writes journals in his spare time. Men can have multiple interests, Wendy. A thriving bean company doesn't automatically make somebody a shapeshifter.
You know what? We should probably get going. Can I have my journal back?
You're not going anywhere.
Wow, yeah, you know where else I'm not going? To sleep. Ever again. I'll tell you this, every show I react to from now on only has 1 season. That's for damn sure. What the fuck happens in between creating season 1 and season 2? I hope Amphibia has a pretty bangin' first season, guys, because that's as far as I'm getting with it.
How do you like my true form?
It's the worst. It's just the worst. You look like a Star Wars spider made out of semen.
So many wonderful forms to take.
That one's Groot. That one's literally Groot. Was Groot a thing when this came out?
Run, run, run!
God, he's like a less marketable Ben 10.
What do we do?
Well, he took us into his home, tricked us, and tried to destroy us. I say we return the favor.
This is such a massive rebrand for Wendy. This is so wild. This is so different from any depiction of Wendy previously.
Should I be one or the other? How about both?
What the fuck are you talking about, Alex? What are you doing? Boy, oh boy, can't wait to sit in front of my TV with some Lucky Charms and watch my favorite cartoon, Gravity Falls. Meanwhile, Alex Hirsch, for no reason, is like, best I can do is John Carpenter's The Thing. You know they animated Wendy cleaving this thing's head off until the Disney censors came downstairs and reminded Alex Hirsch what fucking channel he works for.
If I had told you when we were in the closet, we wouldn't be in this mess. But I was too scared, and now you could be hurt or worse, and I never even got a chance to tell you. I'm like, in love with you, Wendy.
She's pretending to be dead. She's gonna wake up and give you a swirly for being emotionally vulnerable. It's a tale as old as time.
Dipper?
What, Wendy?
Oh my god, never mind. This is so much worse than a prank. Better for Wendy's character, though. I would have been pretty pissed if she was pretending to be dead in front of Dipper at a time like this.
It belongs to Dipper! Hit her with the axe! Don't listen to her, Dipper! She's the shapeshifter!
I don't know who's who!
Here's an idea. It's not gonna be popular. Kill them both. Or we're just brainstorming here. Relax. charge at both of them with the axe, and the one that shapeshifts into a giant monster isn't Wendy. That's fucking crazy. I can't believe they just showed Dipper burying a hatchet into a teenage girl's stomach on the fucking Mickey Mouse channel.
If you keep digging, you'll meet a fate worse than you can imagine. And this will be the last form you ever take!
Okay, well that was the scariest part of the whole episode. That thing just showed Dipper what he would look like if he died. And then he died. Last season, the scariest thing Dipper encountered was a monster made out of discarded candy. This season, Dipper's entering a trauma contest with Isaac Clarke.
Dude, it's okay. I always kinda knew.
Wait, you did?
Wendy, this is the worst news you could have possibly given him.
Oh, man.
Listen, Dipper, I'm, like, super flattered, but I'm too old for you. I mean, you know that, right?
Well, at least the show knows she's too old for him. That's a win in my book. That's really all I needed out of this.
Let me tell you something. This summer was super boring until you showed up. I have more fun with you than, like, practically anybody else.
Cool, but today doesn't count, right? Because today was fucked.
That's not a briefcase, that's a laptop.
And a really busted up one, too.
I bet I could get this thing fixed up in a few days. It's gonna take a lot of duct tape.
Hey, Seuss. I don't believe you. I'm glad you want to help. I really don't see you figuring out how to fix a laptop anytime soon. And that was episodes 1 and 2 of season 2 of Gravity Falls. Hey guys! Warn a fella. Give me a little heads up next time, alright? Don't just tell me season 2's sick. Let me know season 2 is traumatizing as hell. They came out swinging so goddamn hard with this season. Episode 1 is raunchy as hell. The humor's like way more mature. Episode 2 is so violent and so scary. It's crazy violent. The Wendy on Wendy fight is kind of insane. Dipper axing her in half is also crazy. The dude ripping the monster's tongue out. No wonder shit's getting canceled left and right. It was good. I was into it. This is definitely, like, the most excited I've been about Gravity Falls since starting it. But as always, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me react to in the future, and I will see you guys next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer where I live for now? I wrote down what you said to me, baby, but give